Tonight, from Oklahoma City, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Oklahoma City Bisons taking on the Mexico City Diablos.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Mexico City Diablos and the Oklahoma City Bison. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Oklahoma City team as they enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. They'll look to throw, and Winslow brings it in over the middle. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And on now is the punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. An inside give. Here's Portis. The numbers for him from a week ago. 22 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Anderson. Over the middle, complete. It's Snyder. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Anderson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Anderson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
2nd and 1. This will be caught at about the 5. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Diablos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And they are winners of 2 straight games as they've climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Anderson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Anderson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harvey.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd down at 5. Off the play fake, Anderson. This one caught by Ridley. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Hands it off out of the gun. Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Anderson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Anderson. That's caught at the 3. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Here's Anderson on 3rd down. Anderson loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's been perfect through the air, 9 of 9 so far, including that touchdown on the last drive. As his guys start again, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
They run a draw here on second down.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw is Anderson. To throw on third down. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. Then you got caught in between and created a foul.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Anderson looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 2nd and 2.
Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Anderson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Anderson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where you see the final score there. Trevor Lawrence a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. The Falcons don't want to fall into a deep hole this early. So a good win there ups their record to 3-4. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Anderson.
Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Guaranteed they've been talking a lot about, can we find something that'll go our way? And that tip ball, that definitely just did.
Well, and with this margin manageable, yeah, that gives them a little juice maybe on the tip.
Yeah, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. That could help them get right back in it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Anderson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Anderson now on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the give, this is their fullback.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Anderson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They hand it off to Portis. A little juke. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Anderson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. For a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Anderson loses the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle but couldn't spring himself free. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And as a result, possession switches hands. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Anderson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Anderson throwing on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Harvey. And And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Anderson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harvey. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Anderson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Snyder. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Anderson. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Bisons have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's a 2nd and 7. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, here's Portis. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Here's Portis. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Snyder. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be 15-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Anderson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Now Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. Ball on the move past the 40. It's a big play there. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now a carry for Portis. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. A run with Portis. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
On first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shakes off the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They'll run it here with Portis. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Anderson throwing on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down 18-17, a minute 37 remaining. And the fourth down stop gives him a new lifeline, at least for the moment. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the... Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime, and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for Oklahoma City, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.